Cleveland, Ohio, Hotel Euclid, September 3rd, 1909, Friday night, 1:30 a.m. George Stanfield walks hotel hallway. Night watchman, been working here 8 years. Quiet job, easy job, check doors, check windows, make sure guests safe, make sure hotel secure. Nothing exciting, nothing dangerous, just walking, just watching, just doing job. Then he hears noise, loud noise, coming from lobby, shouting, laughing, drunk shouting, drunk laughing. George walks toward sound, sees man, young man, maybe 22 years old, athletic build, expensive clothes, clearly wealthy, clearly drunk, very drunk, stumbling, knocking into furniture, making noise, disturbing guests. George approaches, professional, polite. "Sir, excuse me. It is late. Other guests sleeping. Please lower your voice." Man turns, looks at George, eyes unfocused. Alcohol everywhere. "Who are you?" "I am night watchman. Please, sir, be quiet. Hotel rules." Man laughs, not friendly laugh, mean laugh, mocking laugh. "Hotel rules? Do you know who I am?" George does not know, does not care, just wants quiet, just wants man to behave. "Sir, I do not know, but I need you to respect other guests. Please lower voice and go to room. I am Ty Cobb, Detroit Tigers, best player in baseball, and I do not take orders from hotel servants." George feels something change. This will not be easy. This will not be simple. "Mr. Cobb, I respect who you are, but hotel has rules. All guests follow rules, including you." Ty Cobb steps closer, aggressive, threatening. "Or what? What will you do?" George holds nightstick. Not weapon, just tool, for protection, for authority. Shows it to Cobb, not threatening, just indicating. "Sir, I do not want problems, just want you to be quiet. Please cooperate." Cobb looks at nightstick, then looks at George, and smiles. That dangerous smile, that "you made a mistake" smile. "You think that stick scares me? You think I am afraid of you?" "Sir, I am not trying to scare." Cobb punches George, fast, hard, no warning, catches George on jaw. George stumbles back, shocked. This man just attacked him, for doing his job, for asking for quiet. George raises nightstick, defensive. "Mr. Cobb, stop! I will call police." Cobb does not stop, attacks again, grabs George by throat, choking, squeezing. George cannot breathe, cannot speak, just struggling, trying to break free. Then Cobb reaches into jacket, pulls something out. George sees it. Knife. Cobb has knife. This is not just fight anymore. This is life or death. George Stanfield was not fighter, not trained in combat, not prepared for violence, just hotel night watchman, 42 years old, married, 3 children, working night shift to support family, steady job, reliable income. Never had problems before, never been attacked before, never thought he would be. Hotel Euclid was respectable place, good clientele, businessmen, travelers, athletes when teams came to Cleveland. Usually quiet, usually safe, usually boring. That is why George liked it. But September 3rd, 1909 changed everything. Detroit Tigers were in town, playing Cleveland, game tomorrow. Players staying at Hotel Euclid. Most players were fine, quiet, respectful, went to rooms, went to sleep. But not Ty Cobb. Cobb had been out drinking, with teammates, with strangers, with anyone who would buy him drinks. And many people bought him drinks. He was famous. He was Ty Cobb, best hitter in baseball, American League batting champion. Everyone wanted to meet him. Everyone wanted to drink with him. Everyone wanted story to tell. I drank with Ty Cobb. So Cobb drank. A lot. Whiskey, beer, more whiskey, more beer. Hours of drinking, until late, until drunk, until barely standing. Then he came back to hotel, loud, disruptive, obnoxious. George heard him from 3 floors away, shouting, singing, laughing, disturbing everyone. George's job was to stop this, to maintain order, to protect other guests. He never thought it would be dangerous, never thought simple request would lead to violence. But he did not know Ty Cobb, did not know Cobb's temper, did not know Cobb's rage, did not know that asking Ty Cobb to follow rules was like lighting match near gasoline, explosion inevitable. When Cobb pulled knife, George's training kicked in. Not fighting training, survival training, basic instinct. Protect yourself, defend yourself, live. George swung nightstick, hit Cobb's arm. Knife dropped, clattered on floor. Both men looked at it. Both men lunged for it. George got there first, kicked it away, across lobby, out of reach. Cobb furious. "You hit me! You dare hit me! You pulled knife! You tried to kill me! I will destroy you! I will end you!" Cobb attacked again. Fists, elbows, knees, everything, wild, uncontrolled, drunk fighting. No technique, just rage, just violence, just need to hurt. George defended, nightstick blocking, body turning, avoiding worst hits, taking some hits, cannot avoid all. Cobb too fast, too aggressive, too relentless. They crashed into furniture, knocked over chairs, broke lamp, noise echoing through hotel. Other guests waking up, coming to doors, seeing fight, seeing Ty Cobb attacking night watchman, seeing famous baseball player trying to kill hotel employee. Some guests yelled, "Stop! Someone call police! He is killing him!" But nobody intervened. Nobody stepped between them. Too dangerous, too violent, too unpredictable. Just watched, just witnessed, just hoped police would come soon. George was losing. Older, slower. Not trained fighter. Cobb landing more punches. George bleeding. Face, nose, mouth, vision blurring, legs weakening, about to fall, about to lose, about to be killed. Then hotel manager appeared. Mr. Henderson, heard noise, came running, saw fight, saw Cobb attacking Stanfield. "Mr. Cobb, stop immediately!" Cobb turned, saw manager, hesitated. Moment of recognition, moment of reality breaking through drunk rage. "This man attacked me," Cobb said, breathing hard, blood on knuckles. "He attacked me first." George, leaning against wall, barely standing, spoke. "He was drunk. I asked him to be quiet. He punched me, pulled knife on me." Manager looked at scene. Broken furniture, blood, witnesses, all guests nodding, confirming George's story. "Mr. Cobb, you need to go to your room. Now, police are coming." "Police? For what? I defended myself." "You pulled knife on my employee. That is assault with deadly weapon. You are in serious trouble." Cobb's face changed, drunk rage fading, sober fear replacing. I did not mean. He attacked me with nightstick. After you punched him, after you choked him, after you pulled knife. Witnesses saw everything." Cobb looked around, saw all the faces, all the guests, all watching, all judging, all witnesses against him. "I want lawyer." Police arrived 10 minutes later. 2 officers, Cleveland police. They surveyed scene, talked to manager, talked to George, talked to witnesses, then approached Cobb. "Mr. Cobb, we need you to come with us." "On what charge?" "Assault with deadly weapon, assault and battery, disturbing peace. Take your pick." "This is ridiculous. He attacked me." Officer looked at George, face beaten, nose broken, blood everywhere, then looked at Cobb. Scratches, minor bruises, mostly fine. "Sir, you do not look like victim here. You look like aggressor." "He had weapon, nightstick." He is night watchman. That is his job. You are guest, and you pulled knife. Big difference. Cobb realized situation, realized he could not talk his way out, could not charm his way out, could not intimidate his way out. I want my lawyer. I am not saying anything without lawyer. That is your right. Let us go. They arrested Ty Cobb, handcuffs, walked him through hotel lobby, past all witnesses, past all guests, past George Stanfield, sitting on floor, holding bloody cloth to face. Cobb did not look at him, did not apologize, did not acknowledge, just walked, head down, silent, ashamed, or just calculating next move. Hard to tell with Ty Cobb. If this shocking story of violence and privilege is gripping you, make sure to subscribe so you never miss these dark truths about baseball legends. And comment below. Should Cobb have gone to prison? Let me know. News spread fast. Ty Cobb arrested. Tigers star attacks hotel worker. Baseball champion pulls knife. Headlines everywhere. Detroit newspapers, Cleveland newspapers, national newspapers. Everyone wanted story. Everyone wanted details. Everyone wanted to know what happened to perfect athlete. What happened to American hero? How could Ty Cobb do this? Detroit Tigers management panicked. Their best player, their star, their ticket sales, in jail, facing charges, possibly going to prison. Team owner Frank Navin immediately hired lawyers. Best lawyers money could buy, criminal defense specialists, men who knew how to work system, how to reduce charges, how to protect clients, especially rich clients, especially famous clients. George Stanfield went to hospital. Broken nose, multiple contusions, possible concussion. Doctors treated him, bandaged him, gave him painkillers, sent him home, but physical injuries healed. Emotional injuries did not. George was scared, traumatized, attacked for doing job, attacked for asking guests to be quiet. Could have been killed, nearly was killed. Only reason he survived. Cobb was drunk. If Cobb had been sober, if Cobb had been focused, George would be dead. That thought haunted him, kept him awake at night, made him afraid of work, afraid of hotel, afraid of guests, especially famous guests, especially athletes. Because if Ty Cobb could do this, anyone could. Hotel management supported George, paid medical bills, promised protection, promised this would not happen again. But how could they promise? How could they prevent? They could not control guests, could not predict violence, could only react after it happened, and by then, too late, damage done. George wanted justice, wanted Cobb punished, wanted Cobb to face consequences. But he was realistic. He was hotel worker. Cobb was famous athlete. In 1909, that meant something. That meant system was rigged. That meant Cobb would probably walk free. Trial was November 22nd, 1909, 2 months after attack. Gave lawyers time to work, time to negotiate, time to reduce charges. And they did. Original charges: assault with deadly weapon, assault and battery, attempted murder. Reduced charges: simple assault and battery. From potential years in prison to potential fine. How? Money, influence, fame, power. That is how. Cobb's lawyers argued to prosecutors, argued to judge. Yes, Cobb made mistake. Yes, he was drunk. Yes, he overreacted. But he is young. He is talented. He is important to baseball, important to Detroit, important to American sports. Sending him to prison helps nobody, ruins his career, ruins Tigers season, ruins sport. Better solution: fine, probation, community service, something that punishes but does not destroy. Prosecutors listened, considered. Baseball was popular. Ty Cobb was hero. Sending hero to prison would be unpopular. would anger fans, would create backlash, better to compromise, better to accept reduced charges, better to look reasonable. So they agreed, reduced charges. Simple assault and battery. Cobb would plead guilty, would accept punishment, would avoid trial, would avoid publicity, would avoid prison. George Stanfield was furious. They are letting him walk, after he tried to kill me, after he pulled knife, after he attacked me for doing my job. This is not justice. This is corruption. Hotel manager tried calming him. George, I know this is wrong. I know this is unfair. But this is reality. Cobb is rich. Cobb is famous. System protects people like him, not people like us. Be grateful you survived. Be grateful you are alive. Let it go. But George could not let it go, could not accept, could not forget. November 22nd, he went to court, sat in gallery, watched, wanted to see Cobb face justice, even if justice was joke, even if justice was insult, wanted to see Cobb admit guilt, wanted to hear Cobb apologize, wanted something, anything. Courtroom was packed. Reporters, fans, curious onlookers, everyone wanted to see Ty Cobb plead guilty. Everyone wanted to witness moment. Judge entered. Everyone stood. Court in session. Prosecutor spoke. Your Honor, Defendant Ty Cobb has agreed to plead guilty to assault and battery. We recommend fine and probation. Judge looked at Cobb. Mr. Cobb, do you understand charges against you? Yes, Your Honor. Do you agree to plead guilty? Cobb hesitated. His lawyers nodded, encouraging him, reminding him this was deal, this was compromise, this was best outcome. Yes, Your Honor, I plead guilty. Do you have anything to say? Cobb stood, looked around the courtroom, saw reporters, saw witnesses, saw George Stanfield, made brief eye contact, then looked away. Your Honor, I made mistake that night. I was drinking. I was not thinking clearly. I reacted badly to situation. I regret my actions. I apologize to Mr. Stanfield. I apologize to Hotel Euclid. I apologize to court. It will not happen again. Words sounded rehearsed, scripted, written by lawyers. No emotion, no sincerity, just performance. Just saying what needed to be said to get minimal punishment. Judge knew, everyone knew, but deal was made. System agreed. Nothing to do but follow through. Mr. Cobb, I fine you $100 plus court costs. I sentence you to probation for 1 year. Any further violent incidents, you will face prison time. Do you understand? Yes, Your Honor. Then we are done here. Court dismissed. That was it. $100 fine. Probation. No jail time. No real punishment. For pulling knife on innocent man. For attacking hotel worker. For nearly killing someone. George Stanfield sat in gallery, stunned, disbelieving. This was justice? This was consequence? This was punishment for attempted murder? $100 fine? He could not afford $100 fine, but Ty Cobb paid it like buying newspaper. Walked out of courthouse, free, unpunished, protected by fame, protected by money, unprotected by system that valued baseball players more than hotel workers. Reporters surrounded Cobb outside courthouse. Ty, how do you feel? Relieved, ready to move forward. Do you regret it? Of course, it was unfortunate situation. Will you change? Yes, I learned my lesson. But he would not change, because he learned different lesson. That fame protected him. That system was rigged in his favor. That consequences were minimal. 1912. Attacked disabled fan Claude Luker. Suspension. No jail. 1912. Attacked Billy Evans. No charges. Just fight. 1912. Attacked 3 men in Detroit. No charges. Just newspaper story. 1913. Multiple fights. multiple incidents, multiple times system protected him, because he was Ty Cobb, because he was valuable, because he was important, more important than victims, more important than justice, more important than right and wrong. George Stanfield never recovered, not physically, nose healed, crooked, never fixed, reminder every day, every time he looked in mirror, every time someone stared, every time someone asked, "What happened to your nose?" He would tell them. Sometimes, when he had energy, when he could bear reliving it. Ty Cobb attacked me, pulled knife, nearly killed me, got $100 fine. People would not believe. Ty Cobb, the baseball player? Yes, that cannot be true. He is hero. He is monster. But nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody wanted to believe hero was monster. Easier to doubt George. Easier to think George was lying. Easier to think George deserved it somehow. So George stopped telling story, stopped trying to convince people, just carried scar. Physical scar on nose, emotional scar in soul. Reminder that justice is not equal. Reminder that fame matters more than truth. Reminder that some people are protected and some people are not. His wife noticed changes. Her husband came home different after that night, more nervous, more jumpy, more afraid. He would wake up at night, sweating, shaking, reliving attack, seeing Cobb's face, seeing knife coming toward him, feeling hands around throat, unable to breathe, unable to escape, unable to survive. His children asked him, "Papa, why are you sad?" How could he explain? How could he tell them their father was attacked by famous baseball player? How could he make them understand that heroes are not always good, that fame does not equal character, that system protects wrong people? He could not, so he lied. Papa is just tired, working hard, nothing to worry about. But they knew, and children always know. They saw fear in his eyes, saw hesitation in his movements, saw how he avoided newspapers when Ty Cobb's name appeared, saw how he changed channel when baseball came on radio, saw how their father was broken and could never be fixed. George's employer, Hotel Euclid, tried supporting him, gave him time off, paid his medical bills, offered counseling. But what good was counseling in 1909? Nobody understood trauma then. Nobody treated PTSD. Nobody recognized that violence changes people permanently, irreversibly, fundamentally. George returned to work after 3 weeks. Needed money, needed job, needed to support family. But he was different worker now, cautious, fearful, hesitant. When drunk guests arrived late at night, when wealthy guests made demands, when anyone showed signs of aggression, George would back away, would call manager, would not engage, would not risk, would not put himself in danger again, because he learned. One moment of doing his job correctly, one moment of asking guests to follow rules, one moment of being professional, nearly cost him his life, and system did not protect him, did not defend him, did not value him. So why risk again? Ty Cobb continued career, continued success, continued violence, but also continued being protected. 1909 was not wake-up call, was not turning point, was not moment of change, was confirmation, confirmation that he could do whatever he wanted, confirmation that system would protect him, confirmation that consequences were minimal, and he lived that way. For decades, attacking people, hurting people, threatening people, and getting away with it. Almost always. Because he was Ty Cobb. Because he was valuable. Because rules were different for him. The pattern was clear. Every few months, every season, another incident, another victim, another excuse. 1910. Fight with umpire Billy Evans under stadium. Both men destroyed, but no arrest. just private matter. 1912, climbed into stands, attacked disabled fan Claude Luker. Man had no hands, Cobb did not care, suspended, no jail. 1912, 3 men attacked him in Detroit. Cobb claimed self-defense, but witnesses said Cobb escalated. No charges. Police believed famous athlete. Each time, same pattern. Cobb attacks. Victim complains. Cobb's lawyers intervene. Charges reduced or dropped. Fine or suspension. Then return to baseball. Return to fame. Return to protection. Nobody questioned it. Because he could hit baseball. Because he could win games. And winning mattered more than morality. That was America in early 1900s. That was baseball culture. That was system that created monsters, and protected them, and celebrated them, and put them in Hall of Fame. George Stanfield died in 1943, age 76. Obituary mentioned 40 years at Hotel Euclid, devoted husband and father, respected in community. Did not mention Ty Cobb. Did not mention attack. Did not mention knife, because even in death, nobody wanted to remember. Ty Cobb died in 1961. Obituary celebrated achievements, records, Hall of Fame. Mentioned fierce competitor, controversial, difficult personality. Did not mention George Stanfield. Did not mention knife attack. Did not mention $100 fine. Because even in death, Cobb was protected. Legend mattered more than truth. That is the real story. Not baseball records, not achievements, but violence, attacks, victims, system that protected him, people who enabled him, culture that valued winning more than morality. George Stanfield versus Ty Cobb, hotel worker versus baseball star, victim versus villain. Justice denied, privilege confirmed. September 3rd, 1909. Hotel Euclid, 1 knife, 1 attack, 1 innocent man, 1 violent star, 1 system that protected wrong person. That is the legacy. George Stanfield's broken nose, Ty Cobb's $100 fine. That tells you everything about who Ty Cobb really was, about how system really worked, about how justice really failed. The night Ty Cobb proved he could get away with anything, and did.